Chief Kenechukwu was the type of man who walked into a room, and everyone suddenly remembered their shoes needed polishing. Welcome to Niger Prince Folktales. Subscribe for fresh content, and let's explore the richness of tales. Join our community of like-minded story lovers. Please subscribe, like, share, and comment for new stories every week. Thanks. Let's know where you are watching from in the comments section. He was tall, broad-shouldered, with the kind of chest that announced, "I don hammer," without opening its mouth. His wristwatch alone could pay 3 years' rent in Lekki. Yet his face carried the permanent scowl of someone forced to share fufu with a stranger. Arrogance was his second skin. He didn't just drive cars, he commanded them. Black jeeps that roared louder than Lagos thunder. His employees feared him. Even his cook greeted him as though she was confessing a crime. And why wouldn't they? Chief Kenechukwu had 2 best friends who made sure his head was always hotter than Lagos sun. Their names were Lexus and Bobo. Yes, those were the names they proudly answered, even in church. Lexus was the kind of man whose shirt never had buttons closed. Always chest out, gold chain dangling like he swallowed Alaba Market. Bobo, on the other hand, wore dark glasses even at night. He believed seeing clearly was overrated. These 2 men were Kenechukwu's unofficial council of arrogance. "Guy," Lexus told him one night at their usual table in a high-class lounge, "if you greet driver, nod disrespect to yourself. Driver's day collect greetings, but who go greet you back? A beg, respect yourself." "Yes nah," Bobo chimed in, blowing cigar smoke like a faulty generator. "Poor people day smell entitlement. If you smile at them too much, next thing dem go day ask for money. A beg, keep your face strong. Money no day follow humility." And Kenechukwu, like a loyal student, nodded vigorously. He had money, he had power, but thanks to his friends, he lacked common sense. The staff at his company had nicknamed him Oga Thunder. Why? Because when he entered the office, he shouted like Nipa Transformer. "Who moved my pen? Why is the AC on? You want to finish my light bill? Why is everybody breathing at once?" He was a walking hurricane. But far away from his world of gold and granite, another life existed. Beneath Eco Bridge, where the night breeze carried the smell of roasted corn mixed with Danfo exhaust, Amara spread her wrapper on cold cement. Amara was tall, ebony-skinned, and strikingly beautiful. The kind of beauty you would expect to see on a magazine cover, not under a bridge. But life had dragged her there by the hair. Her stepmother had thrown her out years ago, branding her a witch who brought bad luck. Since then, Lagos had been her cruel landlord. Amara sold pure water by day and slept under the bridge by night, but she never let suffering steal her sharp mouth. "Witch coup," she often joked to other homeless women. "If I be witch, you think I go day here day fight mosquito? By now, I for dawn use broom fly go Buckingham Palace." She laughed at her pain because crying was too expensive. And so, while Chief Kenechukwu lived in marble halls and Amara curled up on bare floor, destiny sharpened its pen, preparing to write a story that would disgrace arrogance and crown humility. The night was hot, the kind of Lagos night where even mosquitoes fan themselves with frustration. Chief Kenechukwu sat in his penthouse balcony, sipping brandy like it offended him. Behind him, Lexus and Bobo lounged on expensive leather chairs, plotting with the smoothness of men who had eaten pepper soup with too much confidence. Lexus leaned forward, his chain glinting. "Guy, make we talk truth. You day carry all this money alone. Nah we day guide you, advise you, even day guard your image. Yet, not only you dem day hail, Oga billionaire. No be fair." Bobo puffed his cigar, the smoke swirling like evil spirits rehearsing dance steps. "Yes nah, if no be us, you for still day humble like before. We don polish you, we don ginger your swag. But now, you day behave like king, We still day wait for crumbs. Kenechukwu smirked, arrogance dripping like engine oil. You people are lucky I even call you my friends. Don't forget, without me, you are nobody. The word stung. Lexus's smile froze. Bobo's jaw tightened. Right there, their greed graduated into bitterness. That same week, they called a secret meeting with some street thugs in a dim beer parlor. "Una go do small work for us," Lexus whispered, sliding an envelope stuffed with cash across the table. "Which kind work?" one thug asked, suspicious. "Nah, cleaning job," Bobo replied with his signature smirk. "We want Una clean our friend. Permanently." The thugs laughed like hyenas. It was settled. 2 nights later, Chief Kenechukwu attended a corporate party at a luxury hotel. He left in his sleek black Jeep, humming arrogantly to himself, thinking about the next deal he would conquer. But life, that wicked scriptwriter, had already prepared a different scene. On a lonely stretch of road, the Jeep screeched to a halt as a group of masked men blocked his path. Before he could shout, "Do you know who I am?" the thugs dragged him out, punching and kicking with military precision. His designer suit tore, his watch fell into the gutter, his arrogance scattered like confetti. "A beg no kill me," he screamed, voice hoarse. "I can pay you double triple." But the thugs only laughed. "Sorry, Oga. This nah business. Nah your friends send us." With one final blow, they left him bloodied on the roadside, his body trembling, his ego broken. Far across the road, Amara was heading home after a long day of hawking pure water. Her slippers were tired, her back ached, and her stomach sang hunger songs. Suddenly, she saw a figure sprawled in the dust. "You another drunk man, ABI?" she muttered. People no day respect their liver again. But when she came closer, she gasped. This wasn't just an ordinary man. This was a wealthy-looking stranger, beaten half to death. She looked left, looked right. Cars zoomed past, nobody cared. For a moment, Amara hesitated. She had her own troubles. Why carry another person's walla? But her heart, soft like freshly boiled yam, refused to abandon him. She bent, tugging his heavy body with all her strength. "Chinik, this man weigh like trailer. If nah, which I be like my stepmother talk. By now I for dawn fly him to hospital. But since I be ordinary human being, nah dragging I go drag am." With comic determination, she pulled him toward her small shack under the bridge. Destiny, smiling in the dark, knew this was the beginning of a story no one would believe. When Amara finally dragged the unconscious stranger into her tiny shack under the bridge, she collapsed beside him, panting like a generator low on fuel. Her back screamed, her palms were bruised, but her spirit, that one refused to give up. The shack was small, a patchwork of zinc, nylon bags, and stubborn hope. A weak lantern glowed in the corner, casting light on a plastic chair, a rubber bucket, and one thin mattress. That mattress now had a new guest, a man who smelled of both expensive perfume and blood. Amara clapped her hands in frustration. "See me see walla. If this man die here, police go say I kill am. A beg, Oga stranger. Open your eye before I return you to road." But he didn't move. So, Amara fetched water, tore a piece of her wrapper, and began cleaning his wounds. She hissed when she saw his bruised. "Chai, whoever beat you really mean business. But no walla, I get Gary and groundnut. If that one no heal you, then your village people truly strong." By dawn, Kenechukwu groaned and opened his eyes. The first thing he saw was a cracked ceiling and Amara's face hovering above him like a guardian angel in cheap slippers. "Where am I?" he croaked. Amara raised an eyebrow. "You day heaven. Me not angel Gabriel. A beg, drink this Gary before you faint again." Kenechukwu struggled to sit up, wincing at the pain. His pride was intact though. "Do you know who I am?" he asked, his voice laced with arrogance. Amara rolled her eyes so hard they nearly traveled. Do I look like Google Maps? Oga, I no care if you be governor or gate man. Right now, not only Gary Day your destiny. The days that followed were a comedy show. Amara would cook watery noodles and proudly present it. Eat, it will give you strength. Kenechukwu would frown. Is this food or punishment? Amara would snap back. If you don't like it, go and order pizza. Abi remember say you fainted on the road? When he complained about her small shack, she clapped her hands. Oga, na free hospital you day oh. If you want 5-star suite, carry your body go Hilton. Slowly, without realizing it, Kenechukwu began to heal. Not just his body, but his arrogant heart. He had never been spoken to like this in his life. Amara had no fear, no respect for his imagined throne. Only blunt honesty that cut him like blade, but also made him laugh in secret. One morning, he woke up stronger. Amara was outside, hawking pure water to passers-by. He stood in the doorway of the shack, watching her yell at customers with her usual fire. Pure water. Cold like heartbreak. If you know by, na you sabi. Something stirred in him. Amusement, admiration, confusion. But pride refused to let him speak. By evening, he disappeared. No thank you, no goodbye, just gone. Amara came back, saw the empty mattress and sighed. So after all my saltwater nursing, Oga don vanish. Gotta beg. Next time send me patience with gratitude. She shook her head, returned to her wrapper on the floor, and slept. To her, he was just another stranger saved. To destiny, it was only intermission. Lego's son was in a wicked mood, boiling heads like beans on a kerosene stove. The third mainland held cars hostage as usual. Drivers leaned on horns like they were playing trumpet in church crusade. Street preachers shouted salvation. Hawkers sold everything from plantain chips to phone chargers that only worked when you begged them. Chief Kenechukwu reclined in the back of his black Jeep, AC humming like lullaby. He had healed, bruises gone, ego repainted. But something had shifted. These days he said, "Thank you, small," and the cook no longer greeted him like she was confessing murder. Still, pride sat beside him like a stubborn relative. His phone buzzed. Lexus again. Boss, we day your side always, you know. Hope you strong. Kenechukwu's eyes narrowed. Always. He cut the call, mind replaying that night of fists and darkness. Two friends. One betrayal. His jaw tightened. A hand slapped the window. Tuk-tuk. Oga by pure water. Cold pass your ex. A bright voice sang. Kenechukwu turned lazily and froze. There she was, weaving through cars like a dancer. Amara. Same tall frame, same ebony glow. Wrapper tied with the confidence of a queen who did not owe house rent. A blue bowl rested on her head. Ice clinked around sachets. Sweat glittered on her forehead like diamonds that refused poverty. For a heartbeat, he forgot he was billionaire. He forgot English. Roll down, he barked at his driver, but his voice shook. The window slid. Amara leaned in, eyes merry, not recognizing him. Oga, pure water. Their eyes locked. Recognition struck them both like Nipa restoring light. You, they chorused. Amara blinked, then burst into laughter so bright even the sun paused to listen. Oga Gary, so you no die. I forswear say maybe angel borrow you small life. The driver coughed to hide his smile. Kenechukwu felt heat creep up his neck. A billionaire blushing on Third Mainland Bridge. Wonders. He tried to compose himself. Young lady, I have been looking for you. Looking for me? Amara balanced her bowl and placed one hand on her waist. When you vanished like bread in hostel, a beg take this water before the ice finish. 1 sachet. 200. 200? he repeated, offended on behalf of inflation. Oga, na premium healing water. When you drink all your pride go digest, she shot back. He laughed, an honest, belly-deep laugh he hadn't heard from himself in years. He bought the whole bowl with one crisp bundle. Cars behind began honking as if they were jealous. A Danfo conductor shouted, "If you want Mariam, we want move." Kenechukwu lowered his voice. "Please, enter. Let me drop you." Amara tilted her head. "Enter where? Inside Tinted Destiny?" "No. Last time I carry you, I nearly broke my waist. Today you want to carry me. Maybe I go disappear. Balance first." He pushed open the door anyway. 5 minutes. I owe you my life. Let me at least say thank you. Something softened in her eyes. She slid in carefully, still clutching one sachet-like certificate. The AC hit her face. She sighed with dramatic joy. Chinik, so heaven really has breeze. They rode in a pocket of quiet. Lagos noise faded like distant quarrel. Kenechukwu glanced at her. At the strong hands that had cleaned his wounds, at the mouth that gave peppered truth like suya with extra yaji. "I was attacked," he began slowly. "I didn't remember much, but I remember salt water. Gary, and your voice. You saved me." Amara shrugged. "Nah, small thing. If I bewitch like my stepmother talk, I for just say abracadabra, and your bones go join back. Since I know get magic, I use what I get." He smiled. "I want to repay you." She snorted. "Repay ku? Will you refund all my mosquito bites? Besides, who told you I saved you for money? Oga, what I need is simple. Buy my water, no price me, and don't vanish again." Traffic inched. They passed a billboard with Kenechukwu's face. CEO of Ease Holdings, King of Contracts, smile louder than his sins. Amara turned to the window, then back to him. Then to the window again. Her eyes widened. "Hold it! Is that not you?" Silence sat in the car. The driver adjusted his mirror like it could hide wealth. Kenechukwu exhaled. "Yes. I'm the Kenechukwu on that billboard." Amara's mouth opened, closed. Opened again like a generator testing readiness. Then she cackled. "Yezu! So I gave billionaire Gary and Groundnut, and he did not die. Somebody call NAFDAC." He covered his face, laughing with her. For once, he didn't feel small. He felt human. They pulled beside a quiet service lane. He reached for his wallet again. She pushed his hand away, then pulled it back. "Wait! Leave something for my business, oh. But don't be doing rich man film trick." He handed her a neat bundle. "Not too much, not too small. For restock," he said. "And, can I have your number?" Amara produced a humble torchlight phone with pride. Latest model. It even has snake game. She dictated the digits. He dialed. Her phone lit up with his name. "Unknown, big man." "Change it," he said, amused. "Put Kenechukwu." She squinted, typing slowly. Kenechukwu. He chuckled. Close enough. A banging hit the car. A traffic officer appeared at the window. "Oga, you day block road. Move. This one way una day do meeting. Hope una no day share contract without me." Amara slid out, balancing her now empty bowl like crown. "Bye-bye, Oga billionaire. Next time, no disappear." People wave vanish day cause high blood pressure. He wanted to stop her, to say more, to say stay. Instead he watched as she melted back into the dance of Lagos traffic, calling out, laughing with bus drivers, sprinkling sarcasm like confetti. His phone buzzed again. Lexus. Bobo. Vultures with airtime. Kenechukwu's eyes hardened. He looked at the name on Amara's missed call, Kenechukwu, and smiled. For the first time since money found him, he felt guided. Not by Lexus. Not by Bobo. By a woman under a bridge who fed him Gary and told him truth without fear. He called his head of security. Tund, tighten surveillance, quietly, and pull bank logs for Lexus and Bobo. Every transfer, every call. Copy, sir. Kenechukwu leaned back, gaze fixed on the moving crowd. Somewhere in that river of people was the woman who had stitched his body and accidentally repaired his heart. Don't worry, Amara, he murmured. This time, I won't vanish. And Lagos, wicked and beautiful, kept dancing around them, unaware that destiny had just set the table for Judgment Day. The day Lexus and Bobo's world crumbled. Even the sun clapped in satisfaction. Chief Kenechukwu walked into his boardroom with a face so calm it frightened his enemies more than thunder. Lexus and Bobo were already there, grinning like goats that had found yam barn. Chairman, Lexus boomed, standing with fake loyalty. We thank God you strong again. We miss you. Yes-o, Bobo added, dark glasses hiding his shifting eyes. Not only you be our Oga forever. Kenechukwu smiled thinly. Forever? Interesting word. Tund, bring it. The head of security entered, carrying a file thicker than village ledger. He dropped it on the table with a bang. Inside, bank statements, call logs, evidence of the money Lexus and Bobo paid to thugs. Kenechukwu tapped the file. Gentlemen, your loyalty is so strong you even invested in my funeral. Touching. The room went silent. Lexus Chain lost confidence. Bobo's cigar ash fell like disgrace. Before they could stammer, police officers stormed in. Arrest them, Kenechukwu ordered, voice sharp as razor. Chief, it's not what you think. Lexus cried. Not devil work, Bobo added, but the handcuffs clicked like drumbeats of justice. As they were dragged out, Amara's words echoed in his memory. Pride no day last forever. He smiled. Destiny had balanced its books. Weeks later, Lagos woke up to front-page news. Ease Holdings launches Billionaire's Foundation for the Homeless. And beside Chief Kenechukwu, dressed in a clean Ankara gown, was Amara, his mystery savior. The press went wild. Cameras flashed. Reporters shouted. Amara, still adjusting to her new life, raised her chin. Sir, why her? One journalist asked. Kenechukwu's answer shook the hall. Because when the world abandoned me, she carried me. When my so-called friends plotted my death, she gave me life with nothing but Gary and Groundnut. She is more than my savior. She is my queen. Gasps filled the room. Amara nearly choked on her bottled water. Queen Ko? Aoga, talk small o. But Kenechukwu knelt, right there, in front of the world. Amara, will you marry me? Her eyes bulged. Marry? In public? You didn't even toast me properly with Zobo first. The crowd laughed, but tears pooled in her eyes. She stretched out her hand. Yes, but on one condition. What's that? He asked, trembling. At our wedding reception, I must serve Gary with Groundnut. Non-national reminder say billionaire SEF drinkam. The hall exploded with laughter. The wedding shook Lagos. From politicians to pepper sellers, everyone came. Amara, once mocked as a witch, now walked down the aisle like royalty, her ebony skin glowing, her laughter louder than choir. Chief Kenechukwu, once Oga Thunder, now smiled like a man who had found peace where he least expected. Even traffic obeyed that day. Third Mainland stood still, not with hold-up but with jubilation. At the reception, Amara raised a calabash of Gary, shouting into the microphone, Ladies and gentlemen, behold the food that turned billionaire to human being. Kenechukwu took a sip, then whispered in her ear. Gary never tasted this sweet. They laughed, they danced, and as the drums rolled into the night, destiny itself stood in a corner clapping. From bridge to palace, from mockery to majesty, Amara had written her own fairy tale. And that was how the homeless lady and the arrogant billionaire found love, healing, and laughter. proving that sometimes the greatest mansion is built with humility and Gary. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.